Morning everyone, it is 10 AM on a Sunday morning and I have just woken up, so hence why I have no makeup, my hair's a mess and I still have my pyjamas on. But I'm going to dye my hair, so let me get into this. So today I've got an updated home hair dye routine, just because I've switched it up a little bit recently and I wanted to keep you guys up to date with what I'm doing with my hair. Over the years, you've seen me have all sorts of hair colours and cuts and styles. I've been through it all. I've had curly, straight, long, short, I've had it all. But recently I'm just kind of loving more of a simple look on myself, a little bit darker all over, none of the highlights anymore, and a little bit shorter. I mentioned in a recent video that my hair is a little bit shorter. It's still layered, I still have a little fringe and I have a shorter layer and then a little bit of a longer layer that goes to my bra strap. And it's just a lot more manageable for me, just because I don't have a lot of time and it was taking me so long with my longer hair to style it and everything, and I just wanted to have something a little bit cleaner and sleeker, and I think long hair is beautiful and I love it when it's curly and tousled, and I think it's amazing, but it's just hard to maintain, and my hair was getting a little bit dead on the ends. It just needed a good cut, so I thought I'd start a little bit fresh and get a big chunk cut off, and then, you know, start with like all the split ends gone, and so it's healthier when the regrowth comes back. In terms of colour, I do prefer it a little bit darker at the moment. I probably will have ombre done in a few months. I get bored very quickly, so I'm saying to you now I want dark hair at the moment, but that's kind of today at sort of 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. In a few weeks I may think, oh, I want to fancy a change and I want some blonde bits in my hair, because I'm always loving like kind of new looks and fresh looks all the time and mixing it up. But anyway, let me get on with this video. Today I wanted to share with you what my updated home hair dyes, and just show you how I do my hair very quickly. I don't want to go too much into technique or anything, but I just want to show you quickly. The dye that I'm using at the moment is the Freida 5A medium ash brown, and it's a mousse, like a foamy kind of formula, which I've been finding really easy to use in my hair and really user friendly, and I'm really loving the colour. I always choose something with an ash in it, and that's normally a 5A or I think it's 5A or a 6A, something like that. So always look out for ash in the actual you know, title or the description of the home hair dye. Now, if I'm doing anything else in my hair in terms of having ombre or highlights, I always go to the salon. But the only reason I'm doing a home hair dye today is just because I really want to do it for my root touch up, but also just because it's starting. I have got, you know, previous ombres and highlights in here, and the more I wash it and the more the kind of hair kind of fades, that kind of shines through and comes through, which I don't mind too much, but it's always nice to give it a refresh and do it all over, and that way it just looks kind of one colour rather than all sorts of leopard kind of hair colour. But today I am going to be mainly concentrating on the root area, because that's where it's starting to, all the black is coming through, and you know, that's not the kind of look I really like when your roots are really black. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my Johnson's baby oil gel and just put it around on my skin, just all around my face here, just to avoid getting lots of hair dye all over my skin and having to scrub it off, because I always do. You can use anything that's greasy. Vaseline's normally a good one, but I'm just going to put a little bit around on my face and my skin. I have no makeup on or anything, so it does not matter. It's not going to mess anything up. So in the box you will find, I'm just going to open it up and show you what you will get. You'll get the instruction manual. You have some black gloves. You have a little dispenser thing, the developer, the actual colour, just check that says 5.A, and you get a pretty big conditioner. So I'm going to put that to the side and use that when I jump in the shower. So it's really easy. All you need to do is open up your colour, pour it into your developing bottle, and give it a shake. Now I've got my pumpy thing on. It's actually not a pump, it's actually just a little dispenser thing, and all to get the product out, all you do is you actually squeeze this little bottle, and I got very confused when I first got it, and I was like trying to pump this, and I was like, why is it not working? It took me ages to figure it out, but then you just squeeze that and the product comes out. So before I get any product out, I'm just going to get my hair untied. I'm just going to look this way because I've got a mirror down there, and I'm going to use a wide tooth comb just to take the knots out, because you want to make sure there's no knots in your hair, because if there are, the colour might not get to those places, so just make sure all the knots are out of your hair. My hair gets very, very knotty, it's very thick and it gets extremely knotty, but you're going to be able to see exactly the kind of length my hair is at the moment. And it's pretty straight as well because of the Brazilian blow dry, and it's made it a little bit more manageable. I only had it about 2 weeks ago. So because my hair's been tied up quite a lot recently, it's got quite a few kinks in it from where it's been tied up, but you can see it's a lot straighter, and you can see the colour as well. It's kind of like a brownie with a little bit of sort of lighter bits peeking through. That's just where like the previous ombres and highlights have been. But you can also see where my roots are pretty bad. I'm just going to grab a clip, a crocodile clip, and just do a princess layer type of, there you go, so that's done there. And I'm going to start on this section. So I'm just going to start doing this in sections, starting kind of at the back and concentrating on my root area. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to start squeezing this onto my hair and massaging it into the scalp and into the root area. This mousse formula is so good because you can kind of like put it into your hair and it just goes through all the hair. It's just so much easier than just the sort of standard formulas that I've been using for how many years. Just keep massaging it all in and dragging it down into kind of the longer bits. I'm not doing all of the length of my hair just yet, just because I want all of the mousse to cover all my roots first, and then I'll concentrate on the ends as I've done after I've done all the roots. I'm just going to grab my brush and just brush it through. This is just an old brush, so I'm not really bothered if it gets hair dye on there, but this just helps pull the dye through the hair and get some coverage through the lengths as well. As you can see, my ends are quite sort of blonde there, so I'm going to put some of the product concentrator on there and then massage it in. Then I will clip it up to avoid getting hair dye everywhere, and then I will leave that in my hair for about 15-20 minutes. So I'm all done in the shower. My hair is all thoroughly clean now. I made sure that I washed it really well so all the traces of the dye is gone, and I left the conditioner in for about 5 or 10 minutes to give a real intense condition so my hair feels nice and soft when I style it. I'm going to go down now and I'm going to blow dry it. I'm going to get ready for the day, and I'm going to come back and show you what the finished look and colour is. That's it, guys. This is the finished look. It's gone like a medium ash brown colour, which is just what I wanted. If I had left it on a little bit longer on the roots, they would have gone a little bit darker, which maybe I should have done, but I can do that next time, it's not a problem. Like always, if this is a great way just to do a cheap kind of at-home hair dye, and if it's just a simple all-over colour or a root touch-up, but if you are getting ombre or highlights, sometimes it might be just easier to go to the salon, because that can be a bit more complicated, and always be careful when you're dealing with your hair because you don't want to mess it up. Otherwise, there's not much more to say. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and one more thing, myself, Trisha60, Planet Parle, Harry Pereira and Kishen Tanna are doing a meetup on Sunday the 5th of July at Westfield in White City, and it would be great to see you guys. That's going to be at 3 o'clock. All the details are going to be below, so if you can make it, it would be great to come and say hi to any of us, and all of us, or any of us, and have your photo taken and have some gossip. It will be lovely to meet some of you guys. I've never done a meetup before, so it'll be my first time, and I'm looking forward to it. Otherwise, see you guys in the next video, and if you have any questions, as always, post them below, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. And you'll get an idea of how my body shape is. That's my journey so far, from a size 12 down to a sort of size 8 to 10, with a 15-pound weight loss.